Welcome back, everybody. This is a 2020 Mazda CX-3. This, in my opinion, represents the best value for new cars that Mazda has in its inventory. Reason being is it's all-wheel drive, and it's the last year for this model, so there's one trim, and that's called Sport. But it stuffs a lot of equipment into it, like your daytime running lights, these LEDs. There's an active driving display for you to enjoy while seeing speed and safety information displayed on a pop-up right here, so you have less of a chance to be distracted as to not have to take your eyes off so far off of the road to see your helpful information. They'll also be right at your fingertips is radar cruise control, so you can enjoy that in a subcompact vehicle. So this sounds like a great idea and a great deal. It's zippy, it moves, it's got plenty of power, it's all-wheel drive. It's a naturally aspirated 2-liter 4-cylinder. Side repeat turn signals, more people see when you're changing lanes. You're going to have things like that of safety for blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert with rear camera. Here is the radar cruise control behind the emblem. And so if you ever look at inventory for used Mazda CX-3s, they're holding their value very, very well for its capability. This is a $23,000 car that you can get zero financing on, so it's a pretty good ticket, and it's going to serve a lot of purpose, whether you need to people move, commute, have something fun to drive that's good on gas, that's still easy to park, and not a big SUV. Speaking of its size, you do have to realize that this is a subcompact chassis, so in pictures it might not look this small, but me being 5'2" on a good day, this is perfect size. If you're a little bigger, I just had somebody test drive this and they said it was comfortable. They wanted something small for the garage but good on gas, and this fit the bill really nicely. You also have your lane departure warning, as again you can turn that off in case you like to creep along the right side of the road or the lane. You have your hood release and fuel door release. Fuel door release also again on driver's side. And this is also a color that they don't put on many cars anymore. This is called titanium flash, and it's a metallic at no charge. You have your shelf to put your cap on so you don't damage the paint. Then your release for the trunk is directly underneath the Mazda symbol, and it's almost like a rubber grommet that it has. So again, this is a subcompact trunk. There is a good amount of space back here. You can accessorize with a tonneau cover, but then you also have storage underneath here, and that's about a 4 to 5 inch deep storage compartment for extra accessories or those things that you want to bring on a road trip. There's your temporary spare with roadside assistance again, and your jack storage right here. Accessory light you could turn on or off. Nice and easy. The headrests are adjustable, so you can pop them up when you're going to have passengers back here. A rear washer, wiper, and defogger to keep frost and snow and condensation off of there. And that's what it'll look like when those headrests are up. Also protected by a side air curtain. And again, the Skyactiv chassis is here, so that rigid frame to keep you safe is also going to be nice and light for efficiency. So this, the 2-liter 4-cylinder, 148 horsepower. Also in the Skyactiv family, so you're using the 6-speed automatic to transfer that power, and 5-year 60 for powertrain, 3-year 36 for bumper-to-bumper coverage. We have a similar motor on our Mazda 3 and have had no issues. And of course, like I always tell you, there's plenty of support for aftermarket intakes. And I have seen these CX-3s dressed up pretty good with nice wheels. You do have this larger trim piece, like you know from the CX-30, and that's just so important because it's going to resist dents, dings, and scratches more so. And it does give it a rugged look. We cranked up the dual exhaust for you earlier. Looking at the passenger side entry, you get this nice racy vent, kind of like they have in the MX-5. Here's your hookup for Apple CarPlay, SD navigation, and a power outlet with your auxiliary input right there. Here you have your Mazda Connect system, and I love how the volume button is here. It's right at your fingertips. You do also have it on your steering wheel, and if you're using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, this would be OK Google or Siri. Auto hold is also a feature you'll have here. This is a nice feature if you're deep in traffic and you come to a stop. You can take your foot off the brake and it won't move until you hit the gas while leaving the brake lights illuminated. Pretty cool feature. You have things like automatic windshield wipers in this housing, using sensors for not only the wipers but also the all-wheel drive system. So if you're looking at this console, can you tell about anything missing? What would you usually see here in a console? You got it yet? It's cup holders. There are your cup holders. It's a nice clever idea for something subcompact. So a quick rundown of the equipment that you'll get here. At about $23,000 a list and 0%, here's what you can get. This active driving display that you see here, which will help give you information for speed, navigation instruction if so equipped, and helpful safety information. You have LEDs front and back, so all the way around you have a better source of light, more efficient, and more to simulate like daylight. Those lights in front will also be adaptive, so they'll follow whichever way you have the wheels turned. There's blind spot monitoring for help and safety, and then a rear view camera with rear cross traffic alert, so it will alert you if it senses motion and you can't see backing up. Then you have radar cruise control to keep a safe distance. It'll also bring the car to a stop if necessary, or if you're not paying attention and you don't see the car stopped ahead of you, it'll have advanced smart city brake support. So with that, that's the 2020 Mazda CX-3 at Mazda of Crystal Lake. Feel free to email me, james.orton@andersoncars.com. If you like it, you can subscribe, and you can drop a comment for other information that you might need pertaining to any car that you find at andersoncars.com or a Mazda that you like. Safe travels to you and your family, and we'll see you out there. Drive safe.